Hi, this is Sonia with Artsy Solutions, and I'm getting ready to make some tabbed tags for the design team project by the Sweets by Thelisha, Falling for Autumn. And I'm going to be using some of these tabs that I made in a previous video, and the tabs were from Brenda of Works, and I'll have a link in the description of how you can get these, and I'll also have a link to the video that showed you how I made these. And but what I'm trying to do is, I've been off the camera, I've been kind of making some more ephemera and stuff, in addition to what I've showed on camera, to try to get this journal completed. But I had ordered some magnets off of eBay, and they're not going to be here until December. So yeah, I had to order some more off of Amazon, and I should get those in the next couple days. So anyway, long story short, I wanted to go ahead and start working on some more of the ephemera. These are going to be going in here. Once I get the what do you call it, magnets, I can add these on here. But I didn't glue all this down because I wanted to be able to put the magnets here, but I also wanted to have a general idea of how I'm going to do all that, like where everything's going to go. But so I want some, let me move this out the way. I want to put some tags to go down in here. So I need them to be approximately, let me just see. Well, I'm gonna need some, I'm just gonna put some generic ones that are gonna go down in here. I'll just put that there just for show. And then, but I want them to go back here. And I want them to be big enough for these tabs. Let me go ahead and line this one up. Well, let me make sure I get the right one, because I think I said I wanted to use this one, this style for my, what do you call it, hinges. So I think I'm going to use these right here in this particular project. So I'm going to go ahead and fold these over, and I gotta get some more brads too. No eyelets. I've got square ones, but these need like round ones. I don't really have that many of them that match. I've got some, but they're like the kind that I got off of, I think it was Amazon or somewhere. It might have been Temu, but you have to like hammer it, and they're too big. They're not the right size. I want to use my crocodile. I don't want to have to like work. Okay, anyway, so I want my tabs, let me just move this out the way. I want the tabs to come up like right in here and kind of show. So let me turn that down a little bit. I'm probably going to need my tag. I might just have the tags sticking here in the front instead of in the back. We'll see. Either way, so I've lost my ruler. Let me just get a base idea of how big the tag needs to be. So approximately from here to about probably here, because you want to have room for it to sit down in there. And that means it's going to be approximately 4 1/4 inches. So 4 1/4 inches, and then I need the tag to be a little bit wider than this. So this is what 1.5. So 4 1/4 by 2 inches is what I'm going to make these. I'm going to make 4 because I have 2 of these like folders. These are going to go in the scrapbook or the journal. I think this one is like this. These are going to go in the journal, and it's going to, as like a page, actually. It's not going to like completely fold over like this. it's actually gonna, well, my idea is that it's gonna go, we're gonna put, it's gonna be part of the signature, if you know what I mean. It's gonna open and close. Anyway, so let's just move this out of the way. And, okay, let me put these back in here for now. What did I say, 2 and 4 1/4, 4 1/4 by 2, I think. Yeah, 4 1/4 by 2. All right, and so I have a piece of tea-dyed paper, and I've got some more outside drying, but I got impatient, so I stuck this in the oven. I'm pretty sure you can see the lines in there, but I'm cool with it. So let's go ahead and do our 4 1/4. Let's see, 4 1/4. And off camera, I might also make some journal cards also with the tabs, because they were originally made for journal cards anyway. Or yeah, the tabs were originally made for journal cards, and well, they were made for, it could be tags or journal cards, but yeah, that's one thing I'm going to make. I think, what did I say, 2 1/2? That's what we're going to go for, is 2 1/2, because I don't want it to be too skinny. 2 1/2. I'm just going to make enough that I can have extra. I'd rather have extra than not enough. Nothing like getting ready to fill your journal up and you don't have enough ephemera. And you're almost done and you're ready to be done, you know. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And let me just look at this. Yes. And this is going to go like so. And I might put something in here, or I might not. I'm not real sure yet. Yeah, I'm not real sure yet. Anyway, so what I want for these tags is, I have some leftover. I had I think it was a McDonald's bag or something. And I had painted it with some white acrylic paint. So what I'm going to do on this one side, I'm going to keep these the same color they are, but I'm going to be gluing these to the backs of these and then cut them out. But for now, what I want to do is I'm going to alter this. Now, I was watching a video, it was Eddie Mick's art, but he was using some, what do you call it? Cards, some playing cards, and you know, he scratched some of it off, and he used some the ply that came from the napkins, and he folded, I think he used 2, or I think he folded it over, and because he didn't want, he was using some infusions, and they can be quite bold, you know, but he didn't want it to be too overwhelming. So what he did was, hold on, let me get some more water in my squirt bottle. Okay, so I got my water filled up. So what he did was he doubled it up, and he just added, you know, just a little bit of colors, you know, not much, because, you know, these things are very potent. So I'm just going to add a little bit. And this, what is this? Okay. Is that black currant? I can't see. Black currant. Black currant. Yeah, black currant. And Emerald Isle. And then there's our little rusty car. I'm just going to use a little bit of the rusty car, because, honey, it ain't no joke. And we're going to use some of this limoncello. And And then I'm just going to start, let me slide that back, spraying on some water. And what the goal was with Eddie was for the colors to kind of like bleed through the napkin. And that way it would go to the other napkin as well. And it does. And I'm just going to spray this other napkin because the colors are activated with the water. And I'm just going to put that on top of there. And pick this back up. Or if I can figure out which one is on the top. And separate it. Just be really careful. Okay. And then he let it dry. He let it completely dry. He opened it up and completely let it dry. And that's what he used to put over top of his cards. So I'm going to dry these completely, and then I'm going to take some Rave hairspray, so that hopefully it'll seal in the colors, because I'm going to be adding some more stuff on top of it, and I'm hoping that it'll seal it in. And then when I start adding things on top of it like Mod Podge, I'm hoping it's not going to make the colors move. But if it does make the colors move, that's fine too, because it's fine. Alright, so let me dry this. Okay, so they're completely dry. Now this is the one that I started to take apart while it was still wet, and so it tore. And this is the one where I just let it dry like this, and I was easily able to open it up. So it's best to let it dry while it's still folded, and then you can open it up. But it's fine because I'm wanting texture. Is what my goal is from doing this anyway. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and glue these on. I think I'm going to use the glue stick and just glue them on. Okay, so I'm just going to turn this like this, and I just got to remember that my tags are connected up this way. So, but I'm basically going to collage this whole thing. Same thing with this one. I'm just going to collage the whole thing. Alright, so what I'm going to first do is I'm just going to take my little sponge brush, and I'm going to add some Mod Podge to it. And we're going to basically just glue it on here. And I'm literally just going to take this whole napkin and then just put it on there. Okay, so these are still kind of semi-wet, but that's fine because they're going to be fabric tags. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I was wanting to add a little bit of cheesecloth to them. Let me see. Mainly only on the areas like where the tags are, the tags on the back side are glued to them. So I'm just going to use, you can use Mod Podge or I would probably recommend either Mod Podge, or I'm going to see if this matte fluid medium is going to work. It might not, I don't know. This might be a big mistake. I'll try the matte fluid medium on this one, and then the Mod Podge on this one to glue down the cheesecloth. So let's see what we can come up with. Let me see. I'm just going to put like a few dots because it's still damp. So I'm just going to dampen the area that I'm primarily wanting to cover. And then I'm going to add this cheesecloth on here. And this cheesecloth, I think, had rust stains on it or something. Last year or year before last. I think it was year before last. Anyway, a little bit on the top just to kind of seal it in. Okay, so these are pretty much almost dry. They're still just a little bit tacky, but I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with the next step. So I'm just gonna flip these over, and basically I'm just gonna take a little bit of white paint. You can use acrylic paint, gesso, or whatever you want to use. It's just gonna be a little bit. And I'm just gonna take a dab, and I'm gonna be painting the center of it. Ooh, that's too much. Okay, so I'm just going to take my little sponge and I'm just going to dab. And I'm just going to do that to each tag. I was going to do the center, but I decided I guess I'll just go ahead and do the whole thing, because once that dries, then I can kind of go back over in the center again. And make it look a little more pronounced in the middle. Okay, so now these are completely dry. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. Let me find my good scissors. Okay, so I cut them out, and I'm just rounding off the corners, and I'm going to distress the edges. I'm going to start using the Distress Oxide Vintage Photo, and I'm going to distress it on both sides with the Vintage Photo, but because you can't really see it too well, I'm going to come back through with the black archival ink, jet black, on just the front side. or the side that has the fabric on it, because you can't really see it as well as you can. You can't really see the brown as well as you can on the back side. Back side's no problem. And then we're going to start decorating. And I'm probably going to add some die cuts on here, like just like leaves, and keep it kind of really simple. Leaves and maybe a fall word or something like that. So, yeah. And well, even before I do that, I'm going to stitch around the edges first, and then we'll start decorating. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to add some words in there, and I went on Etsy and Creative Fabrica, and I found these words out. These were, I think these two I got from Creative Fabrica, but this one I got off of Etsy from MyOldBarnDoor, and the name of the kit is Farm and Fall Word Sheet in typewriter font. And they're really small, and I liked how they had, because farm and fall goes hand in hand. So I went on ahead and glued some of these on here, and basically all I did was I just, I took one side, added a little bit of glue around the window, and then just took the one that has the glue on it and lined it up with the word so you could see through there, and then just glued it on. And then I turned it around, and I'm doing the same thing, and I just found a word that would fit, and then just glued it on like that. And then some of the other ones had excess leftover paper from where it kind of went on the outside of the tab, and I just took the scissors and just kind of knocked that down, you know. So I'm going to let that dry, and then we're going to add it onto the tags. Let me wipe this up. And I'm just going to randomly, now this one's already pretty much dry. So what we want, we do want these holes to go like over the tag. And of course this upper part of the tag is going to show. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue it on. And I want to add some eyelets, but I don't know. I might have to come back in and add the eyelets when mine come in, because I had, since I had to reorder some. And my local stores don't carry them. Like, I don't understand. How do you not carry eyelets? You have to order it and it'll be shipped to the store. So if I were to order from Michael's, they would ship it to the store, but like, goodness gracious. You know, why don't you just have it in store? You got a store here. Okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and glue these on here. I don't know, maybe eyelets aren't as popular or something. I don't know. I still like them. And I see a lot of crafters using them, so I don't understand why they don't carry them like they used to. You used to could find all sorts of eyelets in different colors, and with the washers and without the washers. So, but I guess it just depends on, things change. There's a season for everything. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm contemplating on adding some glossy accents over top of that. But maybe I'll just leave it alone. I think I'm just leaving it alone so it has that rusty vintage kind of look. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone on that. But yeah, I really need some eyelets in there because to me it would look better. In the meantime, while I'm contemplating on what to do, let's get out some leaves. And I'm just going to keep it really simple. I might just literally just put one leaf on there. I might turn this one around like that. Yeah. Okay, so we got those glued on, and I'm just going to add a little bit of paint spatters, some white and black. I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be right back. So, I don't know why I didn't think of this. An alternative to using glossy accents is you can, not glossy, an alternative to using eyelets is you can kind of highlight your, let me zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. You can highlight your holes, or around the holes, the area around the holes, to make it look like it's a eyelet, and then just take some glossy accents around it and let it dry, and it'll give off that image of an eyelet, And I'm only going to go around the holes that have, I'm not going to go around like the label window. I'll just go over these 3 holes as far as with the glossy accents. I'm going to have to do both sides, but I'm going to have to do them in sections because, obviously. So I'm going to do this side first. And all I did was take my little Posca marker. You can use any kind, like I have an acrylic paint marker. Let me zoom back out a little bit. You can honestly probably get away with just using a ballpoint pen if it'll show. I know it would show on this side, but I don't know if it would show on this side because of the fabric and stuff. Just use what you have. So like just use a dark marker, and then you're just gonna take your glossy accents. Make sure it's gonna come out. Let me poke a hole in it the way I did my that ain't even in there. Sometimes I have to poke a hole in it the same way I did my art glitter glue. Okay, so now the stuff is dry. We have our alternative eyelets that I made using the glossy accents. So now I'm just waiting on my, what do you call it, magnets to come in. And then I'll still be able to add, you know, magnets and things in here. These are going to go down in here. 2 of them will go in here for each one of these. And I'll have to have like some type of a magnetic closure for this and this. And then maybe some like back in here or something. We'll figure it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in here and this one, and then I'm gonna show you how to do the hinges. So I just wanted to go ahead and kind of jump start and get quite a bit of stuff done off camera, 'cause I can work a whole lot quicker off camera than I can on camera. So what I've been doing is I've gathered up some pages for the journal, some signatures that I'm going to be using, and this is just, I've still got all this other stuff in here too that I made. But so what I decided, let me just take this off. I decided for the hinge, at first I was just originally just going to put it, you know, on a page, you know, like this and this, and then just call it a day. And that would work too, you know, if I had 2 of them, that would actually look pretty good. But I decided I wanted to do things a little bit differently. So, let me get my other one out. I made some pockets, and I just took one of the journal pages and some scrapbook paper, and just created like a little pocket or whatever. This was originally supposed to go inside of this right here, but I changed my mind. So I've decided that I'm going to add it on here the way I have this hinge, so it opens up, you know, like that, because, and then it's literally a hinge. And when I get my magnets, I'll be able to, you know, put the magnet here, cover it up, put a magnet here, cover it up, and it'll be able to snap together closed or whatever. And then you'll still have your journal page. So, hold on. I'm trying to not mess up my signatures, because I finally got all of the pages I was wanting. I wasn't wanting a bulky journal, but I always end up with the bulky one because that's just me. Alright, so what I did in order to achieve this is first I lined this up like where I wanted it at, you know. And now keep in mind, like with this, I left that top part out. Now you could just actually slide this all the way down if you want, but it's an option. I just decided to just leave that part of it open. So all you're going to do is literally put some glue on it. And I go ahead and put glue on it right here, even though that part's not going to immediately get covered up at the moment. And then I just lay this one here, like wherever, you know, I was wanting it at. And then right at the edge, I put the bottom part of that window at the edge of the envelope or whatever, pocket, whatever you want to call that. I'm going to do this other one the same way, just to kind of get it aligned so it looks right. Put this roughly right here. Okay. And I don't know if I told you or not. You may want to go ahead and, these ones, the outside ones, you know, of course, go ahead and make sure that you line them up with each other. so that they can fold down if you haven't already folded them from the very beginning. Because if you've already cut them out, already folded up, you're probably better off, but I didn't do that, so. Okay. So you want to do that first for these two on the outside. Now we're going to flip it over. Now we're going to do the reverse. So I basically just line it up exterior to exterior instead of interior to interior. So go the other way around. It's a whole lot easier so that way when you go to fold your hinges or close your flap, this right here won't mess up as bad. It's pretty sturdy because of the mediums that I used on here, but still, yeah, I probably shouldn't have folded that the other way. Because you don't want it to tear. Well, we're just going to go with a wing and a prayer. So let's just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and add my glue to both ends of the hinge. And we're going to get ready to assemble this. Make sure you go around your circles. And what I do first is I line this one and this one up. So we're going to go ahead and line up those circles and window and adjust it as needed, you know. I mainly kind of make sure that my holes, these 3 holes match. And then I'm just going to glue that down and let that dry. You want to make sure that you got that middle piece glued together. Good. Then we're going to do this next one the same way. Turn it like this, and then try to bend it in the middle. You could maybe score it and that might help, I don't know, but it'll work out once it gets glued down. But I feel like it helps if you can go ahead and shape it first. Okay, so now we're going to add our glue. And then we're just going to line this up with the holes first. Make sure that middle piece is glued together. And you want to wipe your little glue up. Okay, and then we're going to add it to the, let me make sure I put, yeah, I did put it on the right side. We're going to add it to your journal page. So I'm just going to, it's only this bottom part right here that's going to get glued down. And I hate that it gets covered because that's like work wasted. It's not wasted, but it's just, I like for 100% of everything to show, but if I can't, then I'll be okay. So I'm just going to place this roughly right here. And I'm going to try to make sure that when this folds, it's going to be centered. So let me make sure that that's glued down good. You might want to let it dry a little bit before closing it. I don't know. Or it may not make a difference, actually. Well, no, actually, you should probably close it first, yeah. And then that way you're making sure that your hinges are the way you want them to be. Because you don't want too much of it. This one might need a little bit of help. Actually, yeah, I'll do it like this. That's fine. Yeah, this one I didn't do as good as I did this one. Because you still have that extra space here and here, whereas I kind of erred. Or actually, I can still make it work. This is from where I didn't fold it like I should have. Ugh. And basically what I'm doing is I'm just lining these windows up. This window and that one, you know. It'll work. And if you're worried about the color of it, you can always come back with the pen after all this dries and then just kind of go around that. But here it is. We've got our, I'm just going to let that dry opened up like that and then come back. Yeah. And just let that dry and then it'll work some kind of a way. All right, but that's how we have our hinges. So now we have our tags and we have our hinges. And that's how I used these faux, what do you call it? Hinges and tags. Tabs. Tabs and hinges. So we have this. And I guess I should just left these out. Okay. Take that back out. And then take these back out. And then once, I should get my magnets. I had ordered some from, I think it was Amazon. I should get them tomorrow. So, but yeah. So we have our tabbed tags. And our, what do you call it? Hinges. I might put these here instead, actually, instead of putting them in that other folder. We'll see. This is cute. I like this. Yeah. So there you go. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos, blog, and social media sites. And if you're interested in the kit, the digital kit, Falling for Autumn, I'll have a link in the description. And something that I've forgotten to mention in some of my other videos, you get there's a 20% off coupon code that I'll have also in the description that you can get. And yeah, it's either, I think it's 20%. I'll if it's not, then I'll correct it in this video. I'll correct it at the top and tell you the actual amount. It's either 15% or 20% off. And so yeah, and I'll also, and if you want, I'll leave the link to Brenda's video if you want to get access to her digital tabs and the process video that I made when I made these tabs. So yeah, I'll leave all that in the description. And once again, I thank you guys for watching.